Okay, back. Sorry. The phone was too much storage. All right, so going back to your question about what I see myself in 3 to 5 years, um, I said I was gonna, really looking forward to being an entrepreneur and role model. And business wise, I do want to get into more of like real estate, I guess. Maybe because I've always had a vision of like having my own gym, having my like I was always thinking about having my own lounge, like maybe more of that. I can see myself in the next couple years, and yeah, I mean for right now that's pretty much it. Try not to think too much ahead.
That's actually interesting because you just kind of sparked up an idea that I had like a while ago. Um, I'm into a lot of interior designing. I love like designing stuff and like putting stuff together. So I think that's probably some questions I should have maybe for the next events. I
Like I do,
probably
I also want to get like into more investing into businesses like
yeah.
that I see that could potentially be successful. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can be like I want to or friends I want to do a startup. Like I want to be able to be like yeah like let me I believe in you and trust in you. Let's run it out. Let's get this bag.
Yeah, I feel like man, like as a young adult, I feel like that's important because obviously like the mic situation. Like, thank you for bringing your mic. 'Cause if you didn't, we would be in deep puddles right now. But I feel like me becoming on the wealthier end when it comes to relationships, I'm grateful that I have people that even think like that because obviously in my situation, I want to be able to grow in finances so that I can actually help the same way that you just mentioned and like help other people
Especially
grow.
like the people that you have around you, like the people
Yeah,
that came up with you. You know, you want to be able to be that
yeah.
support system to
Because
help.
they're trying, and I feel like so many people they have the resources, but they're not actually trying,
Yeah.
and that's hard, man. When you watch people that have stuff and they have all the requirements that they need to start something, you're like, bro, you should freaking do this, and they're like, no, bro, like I'm not doing that. I'm like, bro, if I had what you had, I would literally be like
Yeah.
in a whole different realm right now on Earth. So yeah, I like that. I like that idea, and yeah, I think that's really nice that you even feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because a
To
lot of
give back.
people, yeah, yeah, that's important. I feel like we have everything, but to be so selfless in life is definitely a gift in this world that's extremely selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sin City.
yeah, Sin City, man.
Yeah, be
And I'm
careful how you dressed.
and I'm coming from Cali, man. I think that was hard. When I came from California, coming out here and meeting people, I still haven't had any actual friends. Like, I have good people around me, like associates, business partners, and friends that are really busy, but like friends I could call every day, like, hey, let's go do
Yeah.
this, and that. Like, this city is just not. Maybe you guys could have a different experience, but Vegas is definitely not. It's definitely a business oriented, like very money hungry city. The energy is so different out here because there's so many different people. It's very different from California,
Yeah.
and I think that one of the few people that I did meet, um, I'm happy that I met them because I was very lonely. Even to this day, I'm still a little bit lonely. I've been out here for almost like 5, maybe 6 years, and it's definitely it hasn't grown on me at all. Like people are
Oh,
like,
I haven't thought. I haven't thought.
hmm.
Yeah, everything you said, 100% agree. It took me like until the last 2 years to really like, um, I caught aware of it. I was like, because obviously being in the club industry, you kind of you go out, you have fun, you have a
You
good
see the
time.
worst of it.
Yeah,
Oh my
I've been
god.
there, done that,
Ew.
and it kind of got to the point where it was like, why am I hanging out with these people that I do not care about?
Yeah.
That in the beginning was more of like, you want to be, accepted. You want to go have fun. You don't want to be that person that because I mean, obviously growing up, I wasn't allowed to go out, so I was like, I pretty sure the last when I was from 21 to 25, I was like making up for that time. I was like, I want to go out every time I can, you know, hang out with my boys or hang out with girls.
Probably like the opposite, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even like going out anymore because I don't like going out at all unless it's like beneficial.
yeah.
I don't like going out because it's like I know it's out there. I don't even have to go to see it. As a lady, I'm just like, nah. All the men out there, cool.
Yeah,
They're like,
I mean
how
that's
you?
how I feel now. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like how are you gonna meet your husband in the house? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Honestly.
But yeah, definitely. Now it's like I'm more aware and I'm more strict on who I spend my time with.
It's expensive. Energy
Yes.
and time is expensive.
And just the people I have around me, like I have no problem saying no to anybody. Like
Yeah.
if it doesn't make money or it doesn't make sense to me or I don't feel like it's worth my time, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
And I love it. Oh my God, it's so much fun saying no to people. It's so much fun. I know.
I think it feels good when you take your power back, especially the people that used to know you
Yeah.
when they come around and they're like, "Hey, man, can we?" No. What? Oh my God, you're changing. Like, oh, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm growing
Yeah.
like a regular person should.
Like don't get me wrong, I do like having a great time, having fun, and doing all that. But
Yeah,
I'm
not
just
all the time though.
yeah, just not
Ah.
as frequently as I was prior.
I mean, look, like if you guys are out there in your younger 20s, I'm not bashing you guys for having fun. I'm just saying by the time you turn 60, do I need to say more? Like I think that's pretty good, right? That's okay. I'm glad that you guys are catching on to what I'm saying. Anyways, take care of yourself, man. Take care of your body, please, because this is the only one body that we have, and this is only the one life that we have to express ourselves and express our creativity. And if you don't have creativity, then yes, go to the club. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, everyone has something. I do have one last question for you. What inspired you to start building your personal brand? I know you mentioned that you had low confidence and things like that. But what was that moment like? Can you think back to the day that it happened? It was like, okay, like we're gonna start this today.
Yeah, really going back to that time when I was kind of like in that identity crisis phase, and um, it was obviously a lot of the insecurities kind of approached me, was just taking over. I felt bad about myself. I didn't like myself, and I even questioned why I wasn't getting noticed by other people, like other girls. Like I wasn't living the normal, like people my age were either in relationships or having in relationships. And I was like, I mean, at the time I was focused on being like an athlete, but I was just like, it really got caught up to me. I was like, what's going on here? I'm like it didn't feel normal. So I'm like, a lot of people as we got older were living the normal life and getting into relationships and dating, and it was just kind of odd. So I was like,
To this day.
yeah. And I questioned myself a lot, and I was like, am I doing the right thing, or what's wrong with me, or like, is it me or something? Um, so it really took a lot of me like getting into the gym. That's why I'm so big on investing in yourself through the gym, exercising, investing in your body, and investing to your mental, because that helps me a lot. That helped me so much because it just helped me like eternally find myself and be obviously more confident in myself. And took me some time to look in the mirror, and I was at a time that period I was literally looking in the mirror
Literally.
and saying positive things about myself. And this helped me a lot. And that's why like if one thing that's like step one is getting in the gym and literally saying positive things about yourself, because that's gonna portray like positive energy and really like you're like, yo, you are the man, you are this, you can do this. Yeah. Like literally talk to yourself. And that's 100% fine. Like talk to yourself and just encourage. You are your biggest cheerleader. You are your biggest fan. You got to be that person for yourself and count on yourself. So it's like that's the number one in personal branding is getting to know yourself the best and really invest in yourself. No matter what it is, just invest in yourself and whatever you're doing. If it's learning or it's your body, just get to know yourself more and more every single day. That's why I'm big on this challenge that I do every year, which is a 90-day challenge of my cut season, of trying to get the best physique and challenging myself
I
mentally.
seen you, man. I don't know if it was last summer or something, man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting better every year. Yeah.
That shit was sick. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, I know that's not who I think it is.
Like that's why I'm big on that, because it's like that's like the foundation, because you're challenging yourself, and every year I get to know myself more and more and more, because I'm doing this, and I'm life doesn't stop when you're dieting or when you're doing a challenge. Life doesn't stop. You're still trying to balance life. You're still trying to balance being social, having relationships, and just work and a lot of different things. So it's like it takes a lot out of you, and doing the challenge is like, yeah, it's like challenge yourself and you will become better at the end of it. So it was like doing it every year for the past 7 years now. I'm like, I obviously you're still continuing to learn yourself, but I know myself way more than the past 5 years. Like if you would have told me that I would be doing this with you, or this job that I have now, 5 years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, when I was like, no, there's no chance, there's no way. So no, yeah, definitely getting 100% agree. You have to really be your number one fan.
Yeah, and get uncomfortable, man. Like, my whole inspiration in making a podcast is just obviously sharing information with you guys, but just being more transparent. When the camera had died, we had a conversation about being transparent, not only with ourselves but with each other, and not just because it's a camera in front of us, but also because this audience, this platform was made so that we can reach more people, because we're all going through the same thing. Basically, we're just having different little different things that are happening. They might not resonate the same way, but we are all experiencing challenges. And I think the first time that I ever started my YouTube channel, when I finally had that sit down conversation with myself, I was a junior, and the pandemic had hit, and I spent 4 years in JROTC. I was supposed to be in the military right now. I was supposed to be in the Navy. And yeah, I spent 4 years in the JROTC program, and I had no other plans other than to go to the military. When my junior year hit, basically they told us like, hey, no one's going to school. It was only supposed to be a 2-week thing. And my whole life changed. All the things that I prepared for, all the PT tests that I took, all the AB honor rolls that I had, because I actually was a really smart kid. And I think my senior year, when we came back from that COVID thing and being online and we came back to campus, I completely changed. My grades were no longer A's and B's, because I got a taste of the real world, and I got a taste of trading. I had that whole year, I was a part of IML, IM Academy. I don't know if it's still out there right now, but I was a part of the Forex like trading company thing. And they had a whole community of people. They called it a pyramid scheme, but it wasn't. It was literally just people, you have higher ups, and they come down and they teach you. Obviously, they're going to make more money because they're teachers. So I was a part of that. I was traveling a lot, and then I'll be like on the Zoom call with my teachers and stuff. I'll be like, hey, I'm in California right now. I'm trading. I'm with six-figure earners. Bro, I'm literally 16. I can't even withdraw. I'm not 18. You have to be 18 to withdraw. So here I am, the youngest person in the room. I'm still probably the youngest person in a lot of these rooms, especially that event that we just went to. But yeah, like I had no other intentions but to do that. But that was the year that I realized that, okay, God has something different for you. He doesn't want you to spend 4 or 5 years in the military. I don't know why. It's not my job to ask why. That's the thing about life. When things don't happen for you, rejection is just protection or redirection. And I think that is something that we need to touch bases on, because like, yeah, I was like this. I was ready. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to serve. I'm going to get all my business resources while I'm in there. And what year is this? I graduated 2022, 3, 4, and I still would have been in there to this day, and I've met more people that can change my life in the span of 3 years than I would have met in the military. Literally. I mean, I'm sitting next to Garza right now, but it's like he's one of them, and I can definitely guarantee you guys that if I would have been in the military right now, I wouldn't have as much grit to me. Like, I know what it's like to be in the real world, and it's like it's easy to go and be under Uncle Sam and stuff like that, and they're gonna make sure that your bills are paid and make sure that you have all the food and everything. But to really be in the field, I mean in real life, that right there is pretty hard. So yeah, like I did 4 years of that, and basically it tore me down. It tore me down, and I had to build myself back up. I've probably had an identity swap at least 3 times. So I thought I was going to the military. That didn't work out. I had to completely change. I jumped into Forex. Forex didn't work. I had to change. And then I had jumped into boxing. 3 years of that kind of like, it shifted my whole perspective, because that took so much energy and mind power. When you go into that ring and you're like, I am this person, and you believe in that and you're strengthened by that, you cannot be conformed by your own ideas. You have to really trust God. You have to really trust that whatever process you're going through is for a reason. Because if you lean on your own understanding, I promise you life is going to switch up and it's going to hurt so bad. So I agree with what you said on not like focusing on what the future has, or like not focusing on too much what you're going to do in the future, because things could change. I feel like the best thing that we can do is just focus on the present, making sure that we're being the best person that we could be at this moment right now. Like I said, this is my first podcast video, guys, so I'm conquering a fear right now. And I feel like this is a small win. I feel like we should all like congratulate ourselves for small wins. And definitely go through that process of just having gratitude for the small things and the things that we're doing, because we never know what our future self is saying.
I feel like those are more, the small wins are more beneficial, and they're more leading you to the right path. And don't be like you said, you're gonna have trial and error and finding where you fit. That's 100% needed in this line of work.
It builds character.
Yes. Yeah. Don't be afraid to try different things. If it doesn't work out, you're gonna be leading on to another one, and that's okay. That's okay, because it's leading you into the right direction. I've tried a lot of different things, just like you. I tried drop shipping. I tried.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I was like trying to, at that time I was like trying to find like where I can obviously make money and blah blah blah, but it wasn't being impactful. Yeah. So obviously it didn't work out, or it just wasn't the right fit for me. So it's like, once you find that thing that you really love and you're passionate in, just go all in. Yeah. 100%.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna end up wrapping this up, guys, because I know there's other things that we have to do today. But my first video for YouTube, I tell you, like, I'm not even kidding you. It's embarrassing. Like, I literally watched it back, and I remember watching back to it. I was just probably at least like 15, 16. I sat on the floor in my bedroom, and I think I had just moved in with my grandma from when I was living in California. I had just moved in. And I sat down and I told myself in the camera, and I said, I'm making this YouTube channel to document all the things that I'm going through, and I want you guys to come with me to the top. That's one thing that I remember telling myself in the camera. And if you guys have my original page, it's called Savan BTS on YouTube. That's my original page. You'll find my first YouTube video there. Yeah, man, it was just me watching that back and just seeing how simple the vision was. I want to get back to that, because I feel like the more we go through life, the more we try to do things, we make it so much more complicated than it actually is. And I feel like we should be childlike when it comes to life. Have fun, dance like nobody. You know how you hear people like dance like nobody's watching? Do that. It's not complicated. Remind yourself, if you're going through something, you're like, no, that's too hard. Don't be like that. Go back to when you were young and you thought everything was possible and you could do all those things, because it is absolutely true. Your frontal lobe is lying to you. Don't let it lie to you.
I like to build Legos.
Literally, like, don't let it lie to you. I promise you, it is so easy. And whatever you're facing, all the challenges that you're facing coming from the both of us, we've gone through challenges ourselves, and you are 100% able to work through them. I thank you guys for watching Prodigy Podcast, me and Garza.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I'm excited to see this on YouTube, and I hope you guys learned something. Yeah, appreciate it. Remember, anything and everything, do with confidence.
Yes. Shout out to the first podcast, y'all.
First one.
We're not perfect, y'all, but stay tuned for the next video. Hope to, yeah, man. Hey, trial and error. See you guys in the next video. Keep it prodigy.
Peace.
Clean.
Ooh,
I'm glad I got the ones
that was
with the
good.
fish in.